Rude.
Welcome, bros, bitches, and non-binary witches, to our next episode of FableScape.
Yes.
I am here with my wonderful players. And I think we can jump right in.
Yeah, sure.
So, in our last episode, our party snuck up on a meeting happening at the lighthouse outside the city. In this situation, they managed to pass themselves as gods, knocking out two of the guards that were already there and taking their clothes. And they listened on a meeting between the daughter of Lady Augusta Rainmore, a certain Viola Rainmore, and a man named Lawrence, who is, they discovered later, the captain of a mercenary band known as the Crimson Brand. Lawrence and Viola, together with, of course, her mother, plotted to overtake the government of the city through force and organizing, essentially, an assault on the city, exploiting the fact that Captain Alban and most of the guards are currently outside of town, directed towards the city of Fardrift to the south. In this situation, the party recorded what happened on a stone, a listening stone, and brought it back to their, we can say, temporary patron, a certain Milorad, and with him discussed what they could do and decided to help out bringing the news and the stone with the recording to Captain Alban himself so that he can abandon whatever he's doing and move back towards the city at once and possibly change the curse of the plants. Meanwhile, our good Cosmo was left with the others, was left with the prisoners, male and female, who were simply waiting on the return, possibly, of the rest of the party, deciding whatever to do. Cosmo, as you are waiting and patiently keeping watch over these two prisoners, how much is your passive perception?
Is 11.
11. With an 11, you notice at some point you notice a shift and movements in the guard that had been downed by Davna in a pretty violent way with a javelin through his foot. You check the wound and you noticed that it should not be fatal, and as the blood itself is clotted and the bleeding has stopped, but he's still in a pretty bad shape and has been knocked out for the better part of the night. It is currently about 10-11 p.m. You can't really tell just from the sky, but it is pretty late, and you notice a shift and a movement in this person.
I'll try to see if they're conscious or not, and if they're conscious, I want to punch them.
Okay, so as you move towards this person, you see he's huddled over, much like you have left him, honestly, and you see that he appears to be shifting awake in some sort, as best as you can tell. And as you move closer and like to check on him, he abruptly moves and slams you over the face with, you see his hands are still tied, but he managed to slam with a heavy wooden club, essentially, a branch taken from, and try to slam you in the face. It's gonna be a natural 2, so so I don't think it hits, but you just managed to stop the blow, and you see like the moment of fear in his eyes as he's still bound and cannot currently walk.
I decide to sit on his chest.
Okay, you simply sit on him and you simply yes, it is as air is forcefully pushed out of his lungs, and you see he's struggling to breathe at the moment.
When he is not more conscious, I stand up and take and see the others.
Okay, it would take a hot second for this to happen, since he's awake, and to knock a person unconscious just by sitting on his chest, even though you're an elephant, is pretty important as a task. But the most important part is that as you are currently sitting and focused on him, you hear behind you the movement of steps in the grass.
I want to check the grass.
As you immediately move backwards and check, you see the other prisoner, who is absolutely untied. You see the laces and the rope used to tie her are on the ground, and she spits on the ground and runs straight towards the sea.
Okay. Then I can do
Whatever
just a second.
you would like to do.
If I use Hand of Radiance on her,
Yes, she.
can I stop her? Or
Tell me what the spell is.
I raise my hand and a burning radiance erupts from it. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
Okay,
Or
she's currently further than 5 feet from you. Like she's running towards the sea.
Okay. Well, then I just shout something like, "Stop! Don't run away! I'm here!"
She like doesn't even walk back,
just to-
looks back and keeps running.
I want to be heard, but then I don't know if they need it.
Why?
By the rest of the party.
The rest of the party, you don't really currently know where they are, since they left you a couple hours ago and are still not back.
If the one who is laying down is not more conscious, I'll try to go to try to reach her.
Okay, he doesn't seem conscious. Like he's conscious, but he's pretty worse for wear, and also he has like a very bad wound in a foot, so it's probably not gonna go anywhere
Okay.
soon. While the other one is currently untied. You don't know how she untied herself, but she managed to cut the ropes probably, and is now sprinting full sprint. So you follow her. Okay, I would say make a contested athletics check to see essentially who manages to sprint the best. She has a discrete advantage over you, but let's see how this works out. Not bad.
18.
She got an 18 as well. So as you run full sprint, you see that you are not losing ground, but you're not even catching up. And she like emerges from the bushes and keeps walking over the short stretch of land that divides you from the sea. And like looking back, keeps running, and arrives to the sea, reaches the shore, and simply and remains below the water for the moment. You have a few seconds where you can't see her.
Sure. Well, I just try to stay there and see if I can see her coming back, or if I can catch any movement.
Okay. After a few seconds, you make a perception check. Actually, this is very low light right now. It's the middle of the night.
5.
5. The sea is well, it's not like there's not big waves at the moment. It's still pretty. it has a motion to it, and as such you probably struggle to see the head of this person emerging from the water, and after 6 seconds, 10 seconds, 12 seconds, 15 seconds, you start to realize you probably lost her.
Okay, so
And start looking around and
I
don't
just
see it.
go back and I will wait for the others.
Okay. As you go back, you see that the other guy has tried to like crawl away and has left a trail of blood from the wound in the foot that has opened back due to the stress and movement of the situation, and is currently like almost bleeding out on the ground. But there is like and trying to crawl his way, but yeah, he moves about 2 meters from where he was before, so no luck in there. But at this moment, the rest of the party reaches the scene and sees first that there's no Cosmo. Please go back.
Wait.
Hi. Hi.
You essentially see Cosmo coming back. Okay. You see Cosmo coming back from the shore, and you see this person crawling in the dirt right now, while the defiant female soldier you have met is nowhere to be seen.
She escaped. I'm sorry.
That's fine, no problem. Is that a problem?
It's not our problem.
I mean, we were gonna let them go regardless, originally.
Yeah.
I mean, now that we know that... Never mind.
The other guy is like bleeding out on the ground.
Is he dying?
Probably.
Oh, Cosmo, you didn't sit on his chest again, right?
Can I try?
What did we say about that?
I'm sorry.
About it.
Can I try to patch him up?
Sure.
Can anyone do anything?
Make a medicine check.
Alright.
Wait, is medicine a thing? Yes. Is medicine a thing?
Medical.
I had the point of brain fart. Is nature? Wait.
Alright, let's see. Yeah. 11.
11. With that, you understand that the being pierced in the foot by a javelin is not really something that you can easily patch up. Like you would need almost surgery to do it, since like the artery is probably being damaged, if not broken, and like the fact that the wound clotted up in the first place is pretty miraculous, and probably we need something a bit more intense to solve the issue.
Makes sense.
That makes sense. I can't do anything about that. So,
Can anyone do anything about that?
I guess I can.
I guess I can kill him.
Do
I
we
would like
really need
Allow me
to
to check.
Well, we don't want him
Want to-
to die, do we? Do we want
No,
him to
but
die?
we can like, if we cure him right now, he will go and tell the others about us.
The other one just escaped. So
Maybe she's drowning. She was pretty beaten up still, and she started like, it's night in the sea. I mean, that wasn't like the best of choices.
all right.
oh, she could be eaten by one of those sharp teeth water
Rats.
rats.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah.
So-
Just an idea. Let's not waste too much time talking about this. Let's patch him up, leave him here, and go to see the captain. I'm sorry,
yeah.
we are on a
We're
very
on
tight
schedule.
time. Yeah,
Yeah, it's supposed to be tonight, so.
we can. If we don't want to patch him up, the damage is already done. I don't care. If we had both of them, we could have killed them both, so they don't tell the other about us. But since one has already escaped, the damage is done. We can either let him die or let him live. It's indifferent.
Well,
Can I not like use a healing word?
yeah, you should do that.
You should do that.
So yeah, I excuse.
Okay. So you move to healing word praise ranged essentially. So you like you see this person is now unconscious again, and like you just channel a bit of healing energy to his body, and you see this like the foot wound doesn't close. It's way too large essentially for that. But roll 1d4. Roll 1d4.
1d4. And
Thank you.
your wisdom.
It's your wisdom.
It's a 2 and wisdom is 5, so it's 7.
5 wisdom.
No, 5 plus
That's
2.
No, that's
Oh.
that's a saving throw.
It's fine. Okay, so with, you manage essentially to stop the bleed, and you see this person like come slightly awake for a second, and then goes back to what seems to be like more of sleep than like a shock sleep more than an actual knockout consciousness. Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Should we leave? I will leave him a couple of rations. If he wake up.
You have like this dried leaves of meat, salted and
I will
smoked.
put them in a...
You made him lasagna.
Yes.
Here. Okay.
I will bake some ham.
Amazing.
On the spot.
Okay, I'll go to Cosmo.
Wait, now there's like this table.
Hug his legs.
Set with all. kind of stuff.
Big old. It was just like
Just
so
big
big
old.
old. Big old.
You big old.
I'm the small old. It's like
Young.
They both old,
so.
but you
So
just
that would
older.
make-
Does this chat for you? Because I was having like the horse,
Oh.
the reins. Let's go.
Yeah.
Uh,
Also, you
Let's
give him
Yeah.
the blood.
Who was
If you
I also have your tiara.
circle.
Oh, thank you.
Pretty.
Oh.
Really pretty.
Oh my god, it's a
And it fits you better, definitely. Okay.
It
So-
fits you like for you more like an necklace.
huge. A
Yeah.
belt.
Well,
A belt.
a hula hoop?
okay,
It would be a belt,
let's
yes.
go. Do we want to keep the same like
Formation.
order?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay.
That was a cool
It was
information.
Ida,
Ita, then us.
the two of you.
Akram.
Akram, do you want to be the last one or in the middle?
Well, it's okay to be lost.
Okay, so then me and last one Cosmo. Okay.
Okay. So you take your horses and move your way towards rejoining essentially the main road. And I forgot I have a map for you somewhere. Maybe.
Like the one that we stole the other time.
We borrowed.
Right. The one that we
Indeterminate.
borrowed.
Indeterminate.
I also paid 5 gold pieces, so it's
You
not
did pay for
stolen.
You, oh, well. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
I mean,
5 gold pieces more than
5 out of 75. But
5 out of it's still something.
And some fine rocks.
and some
Some
fine rock.
fine rocks. I choose them carefully.
There it is.
Ooh.
So we're here,
That's
like around
nice.
here, and we need to go over here.
Yes.
But we're gonna pass through the mountains.
So we're gonna pass
We
through.
are?
Like
Mm,
around
like the road, you can see a sign there.
here.
Some of the roads.
This is the coastline. So we're gonna go through
Oh.
through the mountains, which
Is it
you said
faster?
is faster.
Yes, it is faster. The other one is like a coastal. The
Did
part
I
of the
say it
coastline.
was faster?
No, she said it was
Okay.
faster.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Fine by me.
just
You can put it here.
just a question. I would I know if the mountain path is the most usual path the guards take, or like that is used for official businesses by the city? I have history proficiency.
Sorry.
I have history proficiency.
Nice try.
No.
Maybe a history thing. It would be most. Make an insight check. So you can like gather some insight about what the captain would do.
That's 16.
Okay. So with a 16, you gather that probably the guards, more than like have an official route or something, it's mostly the shortest. Like time is
So they would
and
use,
such.
alright.
You'll probably not take the you know the route and probably take just the shortest. So
Alright.
you are fairly confident you should meet them about midway.
All right. One more thing, then I shut up. As we ride, can I take a short rest, or is this too much of a physical
How you
text?
But I think, I don't know, but you're riding and keeping him.
Then, yeah.
I
Yes,
don't
it's
remember
fine.
the name. Okay.
Any problem?
So, I don't know if you can like sleep.
No, a short rest is not sleep. A short rest
A
is
short
like
rest is
you
about, like,
can do even light
recovering.
activity, like
Oh,
you can
okay. I
read,
was assuming
take
it
a
was like
I'll
nap,
ask you
power
also
nap,
then
like
how
15
you-
minutes.
how you plan to move during first
yeah.
of all, it's night, so
It's
beware that you are entering forest at night. Consider that like if you take the if you like forcefully ride and
Gallop.
single
Yeah.
like you would probably
Yeah.
not be able to, just because you have to actually like keep the horse and keep the route. However, if you move at a slower pace and just like keep moving while you could technically just put yourself behind another person and just let the horse follow the horse behind, and that
Alright.
could allow you to make a
Don't let this influence our decision. I think we should go the fastest, at the fastest pace possible.
I think we chose the fastest path, so
Yeah.
it would be useless to just take it slow.
At least right now that the horses are like
Fresh.
and not tired, maybe
Yeah.
we can go for a bit faster and then maybe slow down when we.
Yeah.
lazy. And
Okay.
do you plan to make like one singular ride or break it up and make some like poses and
How long?
Poses.
Jojo.
some stops along the way? Just understanding how you wish to approach this midnight ride.
How long would one single ride be?
Well, you tell me, but in general, I would say like to get to about 2 hours, then half an hour pause to stop to allow the horses to recover and then keep the pace essentially for the whole night. Otherwise, you would probably tire the horses by the end.
Okay,
Well,
so let's do that.
Anyone has any
But
idea on?
because we have the Ephraim's horse that is like not in the best shape.
That horse is gonna die.
Maybe.
I mean, probably. But, well,
Okay.
I think.
Also, like, how long has it been since I like transformed into a horse? Like, since I'm being my own horse and I have a time limit.
At this point, it would be about half an hour. So you have another half an hour.
All right, let's
of, like
push.
fast.
Okay, this half an hour we gotta go fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast.
Okay, so you
Let's go.
make you make a good half an hour of like hard galloping and ride. You manage to catch the main road to re-enter the main road and keep moving forward straight towards Fadrift. You catch the point where the two routes split. One keeps following the coast while the other one enters through. At the start is just some a wooded hill area essentially. You see the mountains on your left. A bit of moon came out from the clouds before we're covering it, and now you can see, like, approaching this wood, you can see how like the general lay of the land and how the route probably follows inside of the trees and down towards south. But as you enter the wood, you are met with almost complete darkness, as the moonlight doesn't reach between the trees, and so you're essentially forced to slow down a little bit. This would be about a half an hour mark, and so Akram, you feel your transformation starts to coming to an end. So how do you ride now?
Definitely not on poor Chad. One of you two could maybe
Sure.
put me up on their horse.
You can come on, Kyle. Thank you.
No.
Oh no! No!
That was so unnecessary.
No.
So,
It's a very common
I'm
word.
sorry.
No, it's a
I
very
know, I'm sorry.
Can't laugh every time.
yes.
I
So,
will.
perfect.
I guess you can write, Kyle. No, wait.
So, as you mount on the poor child,
Like me when Cal is like,
kind of a bit weary.
Kyle is like, I did not consent to be
yes.
Definitely not. You resume your travel, and at this point, you wouldn't really be able to see effectively where you're going unless you have some sort of like dark vision or dim vision, essentially.
Or
We have
flaming
like
head.
Or
yeah.
if you make light,
Okay.
of course,
Maybe
that would make you like a beacon in the woods. So
exactly. So maybe that would
consider
make us like a target with the light.
How many of us have dark vision? Because I have dark vision.
I do.
You don't.
I don't.
That doesn't make any sense.
Who doesn't?
Well, if Ida doesn't have dark vision, that's a
Cosmo
problem.
doesn't?
Because
We will.
I don't.
Cosmo and Ida.
Cosmo and me. don't.
no, but
Okay, but you are on the same.
Just from-
You are on the same horse, right?
Yeah.
from
So
a
maybe
perspective.
maybe you can like you guide right now, lead, yes, because you can see.
I'm
You're
with
on the
her,
same,
yeah.
so it's no problem. And maybe I go last because I have dark vision, and we can Cosmo who doesn't in the middle.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So
Follow the light.
I mean, it's like
I'll do it.
yes, no, yes, no, yes.
That's a
Like
great
this.
idea.
Good idea.
Okay, so
Yes.
Yeah.
as you enter like this more wooded and more dimly lit part of the woods, you see your vision start to shift to the red hue that has your dark vision essentially, and with that you can pretty much follow the road effortlessly and just lead the rest of the party onward as you start progressing towards more rocky path as the trees start to shift from more plains-like essentially to the evergreens of the mountainside, and you keep going forth and start on an incline and start going up. You can't really see right now where this road is leading you, the path that the road is taking, but you keep following it and see start to move around what looks to be now actual mountain. And following the road, you come to a point where there's this like small but fancy waterfall that is like and you have to pass underneath the water jet on a path that is wet and probably slippery. So I will have you make who is leading a horse make an animal handling check to make sure that the horse is comfortable.
Can I try to help myself by like casting a repeat prestidigitation repeatedly? I know that I can't completely get it dry because it's a constant flow of water, but maybe create a little bit of
Yes, sure. I will give you advantage for that.
2.
Plus?
Nothing.
17.
17?
20.
20.
We're like,
Or there.
we have the best in the front and everything going
Okay, so
falling.
Follow me.
who is leading in this situation? You
Anita.
are. Okay. You start moving towards this. Essentially, just the part where underneath the actual water that is wet and slippery, and you pass through without much effort and don't really consider the issue and just keep moving forward. As the second one in the line, who is
Is
Me.
us.
No,
It's them.
Second
It's
class.
us to
Then there is
you,
you, and then there's me.
Yeah. Horse.
Okay.
okay. You move forward as well and just following the steps essentially and like trying to prestidigitate about a little bit. You manage to pass through without issue. Davna.
No, it.
Oh, sorry, Cosmo.
Who doesn't have dark vision, so it's
So that's another
comprehensible.
vision. So in this place there is a bit of moonshine. Moonlight. Well, moonshine is a bit of moon, and you can you can kind of see where you're going, but you see that your horse is getting uneasy as you pass just underneath this waterfall. You have a moment where you see the horse shift and doesn't want to move and to keep going. Davna, at this point you come to the back of the horse, and you two are stuck essentially, not being able to go forward nor backwards as your horse stuck. As your both horses are like neighing and refusing to cooperate essentially with you.
Here the rock is friabile.
I will.
Franabile.
Yeah, all right. Do I see this going on behind me?
Yes, of course.
So I will get off my horse. Just keep the reins. Don't do anything else.
Make an animal check with advantage.
Adventure the disadvantage. Nice.
Okay.
A natural 20 and a 16 plus.
It's fine. You're absolutely able to keep the reins, and
All
the
right.
horse is very
Sorry,
cooperative.
15.
The horse is very cooperative.
So I will reach Cosmo and like try to calm down the horse and tell Cosmo, all right, just can I get the rein, please? Just let me.
Please.
And I will like, calm down now. It's totally fine. You can do it. Watch, I will help you, and I will use the same trick to try. Yeah.
Okay. Make an animal handling check with advantage to see if you can.
Like, meanwhile, in
It's
the
not
front, I
big.
turn around and I'm like, I'm proud of you, keep me.
This is a 10.
Such a
And
good job.
it's good
Thank-
enough for the horse to reluctantly resume his movement and start pacing forwards a little bit. He still, you see this very like heavy hesitance essentially, as the horse is forced to pass on slippery ground with something very heavy on his back, and
Me.
struggles
No.
to. No, it's possible in this case with a full plated up or elephant.
Tell me about it.
And I was explaining, and so with a little bit of issue, essentially, you managed to move out of the way at least Cosmo's horse. Donna, you're still there. How are you?
Okay. I'm not really like tactful. How do we say in English?
Free fight.
I'm not really good. I'm not really good at staying calm. So I'm just like there. Come on, you can do that. Let's go. And I start past the horse.
Okay.
He did it. We can do that.
I love the, come on.
Make another animal handling check to see how the horse responds to this. Because I'm very curious.
Animal handling again.
This is
Why do I look
while
like I don't
you are
have any
moving the other
advantage?
horse out of the way.
8.
8. Okay, so as you Snow are leading out of the way the horse of Cosmo, you look back to Davna, who is like,
Panicky.
no, it's not really panic. It's mostly like very like enraging, trying to spur the horse onward, and all you obtain is that the horse at a certain point like decide to essentially dash forward, and then has a moment of hesitation, and you slip. Like, the horse itself slips and tries to like move up on the ground, and he's struggling to keep himself on, and you just fall. Free fall, 5, 10, 15 feet, and splash inside of this small lake that has created itself underneath this waterfall. You're now like 15 good feet under the.
For me, it's
the
like
others.
30. Like.
For you, it's a lot, yes, and also for the horse, who is currently completely wet and
No, they die. You know, the horses die when they're in the river. They can't.
well.
It's a little lake. It's not a river.
Yes, it's a little lake essentially, and mostly the problem would be that he probably hit the floor, the floor underneath the
Okay. So like,
riverbed. Thanks.
okay, so
The bed
his
floor.
anus isn't in the water.
Sorry.
His anus isn't in the water.
Asian?
Yes, because I know it feels like right there, bad horses.
Okay.
They can't like go in the rivers or things like that for too much time because otherwise the water, it's real.
It
Water
might.
gets
At this
inside there.
point,
I mean,
They're
like,
in it, and
at
like
this
they
point,
die.
like it probably a little bit got in, but no, not right now. It is like standing up, and you have been dismounted from the horse, and you see that the horse is like considering essentially what to do.
poor horse.
Poor horse,
I
yes,
mean,
he's
like,
falling
we know
down,
it's not gonna
splashing
die,
in
but
the water.
he doesn't. He's like, oh,
Yes,
poor.
he's not really in a good spot at this moment, and you see he's getting anxious. And
He's getting anxious because I'm totally fine.
Listen,
Jump on
his
the horse.
angel is getting underwater.
Jump on the horse and try to take
You're
it control.
fine.
I will take care of the rest.
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I like I try to see if the others can see me, the ones that can't see me. Any ideas?
I would say you can see her, and you also see the horse that is starting to move away.
How?
Yeah, is there like anything like the lake, how big it is?
The lake is a bit small.
Like,
More
can I take
water
the
base.
horse and go to the
Yeah.
shore?
You are already on the shore, consider. Like, if you stayed in the water with the horse, you probably would have died. But unfortunately, like the shore is shallow enough for the horse to walk out of it.
Okay,
without
but
much.
is there like, can I see any way where
The paths
the
connect.
path?
Perception check.
No, no. How deep
I'm sorry,
down?
How deep is your low?
15 feet. How deep is Daphne down from us?
13. 13.
Okay, with a perception of 13, you see that like there is not like a junction, because you're not technically on a road right now. You're just you're off the road essentially. But from where you are, you can see that if you go backwards about 200 feet, you can probably get a place where the shore can be. It's easier essentially to go back to the place where you were before, especially with a horse.
Okay, I take the horse.
Just about time, because it was like the horse was really considering just get the fuck out at this point. Yeah. So you just grab it at the last moment and make a not handling check, because you have to keep him.
Come on, Daphne.
Yes, you have to keep him like.
I can do calm.
Yeah.
Not in horses.
Yes. 17.
17.
I'm absolutely in my nirvana right now, like literally nirvana.
You like stare the horse straight in the eyes, and you see like whatever will to fight there was in the horse instantly dies. Like he becomes the cutest and most docile animal on the planet, as you just like stare into his eyes straight, like don't fucking move. And he is,
Or I'll fucking eat you.
for the moment, yeah, you actually have an issue like moving, because he's now stuck, like he's grounded with full force, and but with a bit of tugging, you manage to move back to this place where the hillside essentially allows you to go back to the road.
Totally drenched.
But you're now back to the waterfall.
No!
Oh.
Right now there is no roadblock anymore, and the horse is now much more docile than it was before. So it just tends to follow your lead. And
Okay, I'll just go, but like not on the horse. This
Okay, you walk
part,
by it.
we
Okay.
walk it.
once again, as you reach the waterfall, you see the horse stand for a second, but you hug him, and with a very like deathly stare, bring him over
Can I
the
have, like,
waterfall,
My eyes just start pulsing wide, the right
Reaching.
way.
reaching finally the others on the other side.
Prestidigitate the waterway.
Okay, from both her and the horse, because the horse is probably drenched.
Yeah, both of them.
As you are doing like her, the horse starts to like shift like a dog would essentially, and move away from the hair. The water like splashes everyone again, like prestigitate everyone else. And
Thanks.
it's very cold also, because it's like water coming from a mountain. So
In the
But-
night.
in the night, but you finally managed to pass what should have been a very simple obstacle and continue your journey onwards on this road. It has been about 4 hours since you set off. You had a first half an hour where you managed to keep a very good pace. Then you slowed down a bit as the path became more winding and the slopes and the upwards parts of this path forced your horses to take a slower approach. But you still managed to keep a fairly good pace, even with this complication and forceful stop. You still feel like you're keeping good pace at this point. And this about continues for a couple more hours as you manage to move your horses and keep your direction, essentially. You feel that the horses are getting tired, but you manage to push on, and especially the scrawny mare is suffering a bit. Like, you see that she tends to get lost behind a little bit sometimes, and you have to wait a second that she catches up. But all in all, you manage to keep a fairly decent pace for the most of the night. As you reach the first lights of dawn, it is about 6 a.m. you gather. You now feel that the horses are really getting tired. Like, now they probably need to stop, or you will lose a lot of time essentially with their
recovery.
Yes, they will need to recover a lot more essentially, and you lost a lot of time. Also, at this point, you will all get an exhaustion point, since you are you've been traveling for a long time, and that obviously affected you and your mental prowess. So you will have disadvantage for all attacks and ability checks until you manage to get rest.
Well, we could, since the horses are tired, we could stop for a little while.
I think it's safer to stop in the day rather than in the night.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's dawn, right?
Yeah.
So
It is starting to dawn. It's not yet dawn, it's still dark, but you can see whenever the tree line breaks a bit, you can see a faint light coming on the horizon to the east.
Oh, we could.
It's not
just-
attacks, yes, I
it's just
realize
checks,
that.
yeah.
It's just ability checks. And
Should
at
we?
this point, you hear
It's not me.
looks to be a horn of some kind.
Could I guess if it's a military horn or
Make a
due to my upbringing?
make a history check.
Where is it coming from?
yeah,
It's
exactly.
more
What was the same.
specific. I would say it's more make an insight check. It's more about like trying to understand what would make that kind of sound in this situation.
Can I try to understand where it's coming from?
Sure. In this case, make a perception check.
That has disadvantage, right?
Sorry?
That has disadvantage, because of the exhaustion point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh shit!
Oh yes, right. Oops.
1. Not natural, just 1.
It's a horn.
18.
I heard it before.
You hear like it is not on the road. You can see from where you are. You essentially stopped in what is a small break, essentially in the trees. But you can see, and you from here you can see a bit of the road like coming to the right and downwards down the hill, and you hear like you can pinpoint about the direction is more to your left and out from the road. You're not perfectly sure of this placement, since the mountains create some sort of echoes and can occasionally produce false shifting of sounds, but you have a decent indication of where the position should be.
So on the left, out of the path.
Out of the path.
Yeah. And just, I mean, I would keep going.
How close is it?
Like,
With that perception check, you would gather it's about 300 feet, not more.
We'll also
say that we could hide somewhere, but I'm not really sneaky.
No.
Aren't we trying to get to them if it's them?
You hear another beep, which is cut up short abruptly. It's much shorter than the other.
I guess that maybe they're being attacked.
Or maybe it's a dawn call to like
Maybe,
resume
yeah.
marching.
It's being cut off. Sounds weird to me.
I'm sorry, we're assuming that this is the captain. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm working on
So
that.
we should just go to them.
Yeah, that's at
Like
least.
we're exhausted and with the horses. I mean, what would we want to do with the horses?
Yeah.
We can walk with them.
Since we apparently were.
Okay, but then we need to leave them rest. Otherwise.
Yeah, sure.
No.
But if we can get to, I'm assuming, but if that is a morning call or is it a battle call, we could like.
Do we
tie
know
the
where
horses.
we are, like on the map?
At this point, Ida, make a survival check to see how you would probably understand where you are.
Yeah, of course. So let's find 9.
9. You would gather on this map, you're about like on this part here where the essentially
Yeah,
midway
like-
point where the
Okay, but
where you pass the mountain.
Then
about
Okay,
there.
but
isn't it too early to get to the? Wasn't the captain in Far Drift?
The captain was going to.
Okay, so maybe it's them. Okay, let's just then get closer and see if it's them.
Yeah.
okay, so
let's-
we're here.
Yeah,
like-
let's walk without pushing the horses. Maybe
maybe.
maybe don't ride them. We don't ride them. Maybe we could just
Yeah,
bring them
yeah.
along. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
slowly without tiring them, and I'm gonna lead them to where I heard the sound.
Okay, so everyone with their own oars, if they have one, you move
And
and
just put my hands on the falchions just to be sure.
you move forward and leave the path and start moving carefully towards the source that you perceived for the sound. And as you start moving, and you have to like this part is not very comfortable to traverse with horses, but you manage essentially to find enough of a pathway where you can lead your horses through the thick of this wood, and over a bit of an incline you manage to get a view essentially on what looks to be a small break, smaller than the one you were before, but still allows you to see a bit of the sky up above. And from there you spot in the far left essentially something gleaming in the darkness. Really
Ominous.
Well, we just gotta get closer.
I guess.
What else are we gonna do? We're
So-
just gonna stand here and wait for something to happen. We're
As
just
you
gonna.
get closer and you have an insanely high passive perception,
Yeah,
you
I know.
notice that is a helmet soldier, and the body is not there at this point.
What it is?
Helm, the
A
helmet
helm.
soldier.
Okay, helm.
And is there a head in it?
Inside the helm,
Or-
or is it?
Move it and see no head, but you see a spot of blood.
Okay, and there's nothing around us.
Make a, with your passive perception, make a perception check, yes. Whomever wants to. This one
It's
will
all
be
with
a group
advantage.
effort. Sorry?
12.
It's all with disadvantage.
It's bench, but it'll be a bit of a group effort.
That's 14.
14.
Yeah.
That is
16.
16.
3.
Amazing rolls.
9.
9. All waiting for you.
Perception.
Yeah.
6.
Okay. So, 16 and 14, you see there are two bodies strewn out in the thicket of more towards the mountain from where you are, and you see like blood that is dripping from a tree where there is like this puddle essentially is dripping from a tree, which is weird, from the lower branch essentially. Nothing else.
Okay.
I'm just looking for rocks in the meantime.
A lot of course.
So
I will. This place is full out.
I will the same rocks as well.
I I'm trying not to let my player knowledge influence me too much, but I have proficiency in Arcana.
Yes.
So, could I try to guess if they have been... let's put it this way. Have I ever heard of murderous plants? Could I have heard of a
nature check for this more than Arcana.
Nature? Alright.
Like
If you're
murder.
specifically asking of plants, I would say nature.
Alright. I thought they were magical plants, but...
It's very specific to go towards
Yeah,
magical.
yeah. Right.
It's more like trying to understand if there's something like in this.
A natural 20 and a natural 1.
No way.
Not really. Like it's not something. In general, like at a glance, it doesn't seem to be something scary where you are. Like looking around, it seems to be everything normal. But you don't really gather.
I have another question.
Yeah, I was... no, doesn't matter. I would...
I understood, but
I was trying to guess not if these were murderous plants, but if murderous plants exist.
exist. With that, you wouldn't know. I would say like
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Alright.
the situation is not enough for you to build on it essentially.
This, sorry.
Does the helm like have any like I don't know recognizable stuff on it? Can I guess that it's from the?
Not really. Like it's a pretty plain helm. Well, however, actually, you have seen helms like this in the city. Like you have seen the guards in the glass palace. The guards that walk around the city usually have like simpler uniforms essentially, but in the glass palace, the guards have like their essentially high uniform and are wearing this full helm, which is very simple, very like nondescript metal helmet with the things covering the cheeks essentially and the nose, the cheek guards, yes, and the nose, but and like this very small red plume, but nothing more.
Okay.
It's a bit of a long shot, so I'm not quite sure I can do this. But like, since I have a spell called Absorb Elements, which is for something else, which is like for damage, but like, since the person is dead, there's not much like point in absorbing damage. So, can I use Absorb Element to determine whether this soldier died from elemental damage and which kind of elemental damage?
It is it's a long shot.
Yeah, longest shot.
I would say since that is a very specific thing that requires a trigger, like it's a reaction spell, if I'm not wrong. It requires a trigger. It's something that you like have to see essentially happen, and it's not something you can infer later essentially, especially since you don't know how long this has been. So I would say no, but you can still make what would be a medicine check to try to gather the swords essentially, the swords of death.
13.
13 is not bad. You like rolling over this body. You see there is this soldier without a helm, looks to be human, and has like a large gash all this side of the throat essentially that probably killed him instantly. It is a very deep gash, and the edges are all like torn open. It's not a clean cut. It's more like a strike or a
like feral.
Sorry?
Like ferals, like an
I
animal.
would say that's something, not necessarily, yes. Generally, yes. It's something a bit more like a fang or a talon would do.
I would pull out my falchions, just to,
Okay.
sure, and walk a bit up,
Okay. I will keep your perception.
On guard.
Essentially, sorry.
on guard.
On guard. Okay. So you take a dodge action.
Yes.
So you move forward and you like try to scout as the others are checking the situation. You see it forward. You see another corpse. It is straight, like his back is against a rock, and like part of a shoulder looks to be dislodged in a very bad position, almost like it was slammed against the rock with force. This one as well has his head reclined forwards. It doesn't seem to be moving.
Ida's getting anxious.
Is he alive?
It is not. He's not. She's not actually.
I'll go to Ida and say, like, put ice berry in your bag. And then Thank you.
Animal handling.
I
would just-
eye out.
I will try to climb on one of these trees and see if I can spot anything from this vantage
That's
point.
a good idea.
It's an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics, right?
When does athletics come
Athletics.
into the game? Why
Really,
always
like,
acrobatics?
endurance, and like very like strength effort. That the kind of stuff that
Climb,
you
running,
can
up
climb,
to rocks.
hoist yourself upwards, push somebody, that kind of stuff. Running faster than someone else.
I'm not fabulous spring.
You like perch up on a tree
Go.
and start trying to pull yourself upwards, but you feel like you are
You got
fucking
it.
tired at this point. Like you haven't slept in 24 hours and more, and you are honestly struggling to hold yourself upwards. You feel like you don't have purchase, and you just fall back down and have a second to catch your breath.
Cosmo is kinda scared, and he
Like,
tries
with the hands
to
over here.
hide behind his shield, so he's just trying to peek sometimes, but
He's hiding behind. I think.
yeah.
Can I try like looking at the bodies
Mhm.
to see if I find anything on them that like some kind of, I don't know, objects or
We have-
anything that
Investigation check.
What is that? Is unfolding? Can I try and keep moving?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I would say this is mostly in the same.
Take the
You start patting these guards and like checking them, and like from a rough investigation, since you can't find anything, but they have less sort of knives and stuff, belts and pouches, but you don't find much. You find just about 3 gold on one of them in a pouch, and that's it. There's not much of worth or interest for you. Meanwhile, you push forward a little.
I'll take the 3. Just fuck it.
It's not gonna need it. So you push forward a little bit and arrive over what looks to be a ledge, essentially a rocky ledge, from which you can look down a little bit, and from there you see, like in the middle distance, there's some movement, some shifting. It is covered partly by a tree that you can see something is happening, something red behind it, but you can't really feel. What you feel is, what you can hear, sorry, is metal against rock. That like it's like thud, and then it's kind of like strange fighting sounds coming from over there.
I got movement, and I keep going to.
I will follow
Bit closer.
his voice.
I will follow from a distance.
Okay, as you like converge essentially in Kiki, you keep moving forward. Yeah. Okay, so you have to descend. Essentially, it's like 5 feet, fall and just land on the ground, and peeking essentially over the tree. You see there is a man wearing this like the red and yellow garb of the guards of since landing, who is holding essentially against what looks to be a black creature. Muscular, large, with like leathery wings on the forearms, and
A rat.
kind of a rat, but he had like these big ears. They kind of resemble, you know, the small rats that live in caves, kind of that kind of stuff, and the one that flap and screech.
The flying rats.
Yes,
Can
and
you just, when you describe the creatures, can you not use this red metaphor? Because I'm really getting lost.
Is it a
a bat?
no, well, he looks like a bat.
Bat, all right.
Essentially the
Features.
face, the features of the face look like
bat.
the
So it doesn't
Man,
look like
but-
a rat.
bat.
But okay.
And he has like a leathery
Man.
membrane almost on the forearm, but it's not a wing, it's not something that can hoist him in the air. It's just like some vestigial part of something. And this is like very large and swollen creature that is perched up on on a rock, and is screeching. This man who is holding a shield in front of him and a sword in the other hand, and you see the remainder of a horn that has been broken and is lying on the ground. And this person is like trying to move. He's uncertain whether he can actually move back, since the creature is not attacking in this instant. But he does not dare attack himself. This is the situation that you can read essentially. You see more corpses strewn around. You see there are other 2 people now that you are taking a better look. You see there are 2 more of these guards essentially that are a bit further back, and they are holding spears, having no shield and such. They're like trying to keep their distance and point this creature.
Can I put away the Belgians, pull out my light crossbow, and
Sure. And fire directly at the creature. Nice. Okay, so make a range attack.
As we see that, can I use a bonus action before we get into your
Yes.
initiative? I will start my blaze song.
Sorry?
I will start my blaze song.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so at this point, I will say we can take a short break
yes,
and
Yes.
we will initiative. Everyone good?
yes,
Yay!
fight!
So, everyone please roll initiative.
Yes.
We
With disadvantage.
Yeah.
That is
I rolled 2 16s.
nice.
nice. Very nice. Okay,
Not good. Okay.
so
Fucking 4.
fucking 4. So, 25 to 20. Don't think so. 20 to 15.
15. I
16. So, yeah. I don't know. Forgot to roll myself. Nice.
Can I look at the mini?
Yes, of course.
This is amazing.
large and swollen indeed. Can you pass it?
Super cool.
15 to 10.
Okay,
Oh,
13.
13.
15 to 10. No,
Come.
that is amazing.
It's really cool.
10 to 5.
5.
7.
7.
So, Davenan,
That night.
dexterity.
Dexterity. Plus.
16.
Plus 0.
I am 7.
Oh, sorry. You are.
It's, you're...
No, I'm 5.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
16 as
16.
well. Thanks.
Okay, so first is Iki. Then we have Cosmo. And then we have
Snow.
Snow closing the line. Okay, so
Where?
Ikram
Subtract the
is
3.
Right.
14.
yes. So as this transpires, I will give you your action since you said
I
attack
was
first.
trying to shoot.
You opened the thing by attacking, so
That is 13. 13.
13. You shoot this creature with your crossbow, and you see the crossbow bolt like whiz past the ears of this creature, just above the head, and you see it snaps towards it.
Right here.
So it's now the creature's turn, who is going to jump, lunge from the rock where he's standing, and start to swipe at the man in front of him. It is a low roll, so it like lunges, and you see the man who like tries to parry the shield, and the shield splinters, but he manages to like deflect the blow. Now this creature is on his side, essentially, trying to place himself between. So he's trying to place the man between himself and you, and proceed a second strike. And you see this man has lost his shield and is now trying to. Has lost his shield, is now trying to parry with the sword, but doesn't manage to deflect entirely the attack. And part of this like talon-like appendages that he has, that the creature has, like swipe into him and tear a gash in this part of the. He has a solid metal breastplate who catches most of the impact, but still, it was a beefy blow. Beefy indeed.
Beefy.
Indeed. So that was the creature. Now it's Iga's turn.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna move. I can really see the squares really well. I'm just gonna split it
Yes.
4,
If you
5, and
want,
6.
we can use the.
Yeah. It's fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Hold up. I'm gonna see that thing. That looks really, really.
What's that? This is very similar to a song from a video game.
Okay.
This is very similar. Another video game is
It is not. So, okay, so we have the
Little Nightmares 2.
Okay.
Again,
Okay, so where are you going?
Yeah, I was.
You were perfect.
Okay. So I'm going to see the creature that's over there.
Yes.
If we should like a guiding bolt at it, but will it hit the guard too? Because it's
No,
It's
it's
getting both a
targeted.
line. It's getting both a line.
No, it's a targeted spell.
Does it have an
Yeah.
attack roll?
It has an attack roll and it has to hit the creature.
So it's just one target. Each.
okay. So I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna get a bit more anxious, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna clap my holy symbol again. I'm just gonna shoot guiding bolt.
Okay.
Let's go!
Plus.
I think the table, like this part of the table.
Eight.
Yeah, it's cursed or something.
Yes. It's definitely
I
that.
think it's okay. 8 plus 6, so that would be 14. I think.
14. You like charge this guiding bolt in your hand and throw it like it's more like chuck essentially over this rock in front of you and trying to like arch it against this creature, and like you see this blue bolt essentially fly over and hit just behind the creature, just barely missing it. Shit, I'm sorry. It splashes back and you see like a short crackle of electricity almost when it hits in the grass.
That's fine.
Do you want to do anything more? Okay.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's now the soldier's turn, and like the man in front is like looks towards you and is like help, help,
We're trying!
and like tries to. It's less of an attack and more of like a general swipe to create distance against this creature, which is a very good swipe though. It does like catch the this like leathery appendage that has on the forearm, and like cuts through it, and you see this creature is like recoils as black liquor flows from this cut in the forearm.
We're gonna see it.
Maybe we should put a pin in it. Literally every figuratively.
Okay, so okay, he's done, and the two guards like one of them you see that like couple steps back, and he's like picking up back with the spear, like you realize it's no defense, so it's not really he's very weary to move closer, but the other one instead like decide to simply like lowers the spear and charges this creature, and runs forward and misses like terribly the creature, and like basically jumps the spear in a tree behind and is stuck with the spear there, and this creature up and simply like drops the spear and takes out the sword and like tries to take a step back. So like he would be now there-ish. Okay. And you see like now that they're in this space essentially a bit more, you can see there are more bodies strewn around, about like 2 or 3 more you can see around, and like splashes of blood somewhere in the space. Okay, so at this point it is Akram's turn.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
go for it.
First of all, how far am I?
You are there, which would
Like, what's there?
be you gather it's about 40-45 feet from you.
Okay,
It.
so I will move around 20 feet,
Sure.
like here.
Good enough. Yes,
Okay.
you get like yes.
Yeah, I'll move around 20 feet to get closer, so I'm at around like 20 feet distance. And I will cast Infestation
Nice. And the creature.
on the creature.
On the guard.
Infestation on the creature, and I will and I will. Should I transform now or in the next turn?
Cannot transform because it's an action.
Yes.
Okay,
So you
yeah,
can
like
either-
that's what I was asking.
That you can do either infestation or transform.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I'll just do infestation.
Okay, so it is a saving throw, correct?
Constitution.
Cons. It is a 15, which is your AC.
Yeah, a DC is 13.
13. Yeah. So like you, it is a cantrip, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you like try to move essentially, and like you feel the space and feel insects passing around and in the ground, in the trees, in the tree trunk, on the tree trunk, and start to like try to collect them against this creature. But you feel that your connection right now is very difficult to maintain. You're tired, worried and taken aback with the situation, and you struggle to keep it contained. Like you feel them responding, but then lose them. And
Too bad.
manage to.
I'm always very hyped with like infestation because
It is very safe.
I imagine this kind of like Snow White moment, like calling
That will
like things
that is
assemble,
wreck.
thinking to get the things to me and then like throwing them.
I'm so sorry that
The
it didn't work this time.
Yeah. Okay, that's okay.
Next time. Also skilled with the level thing, so
Yeah.
we'll get better.
Do you want
That
to-
now?
I think
No, I'm
Sorry,
done.
that was it? Okay. Dana, yes.
Okay.
Vicky,
25 feet, how much do you? I want to move. How
you
much?
want to move? Yes.
Yes, closer,
Um,
but I don't know.
You can like circle around Akram and pass like through here, which is actually traversable, even though it doesn't seem to.
Okay.
And so you can move, it would be about, I would say, 10, 15, about 25 feet.
Yes, I want to move the closer I can.
So you can just manage to reach where the creature stands. Good?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Then I'm angry. Like I'm enraged. Absolutely.
Okay.
And for that, I use reckless attack.
Okay. Nice.
So
Tired and frustrated, you like take out your flail and like let out a liberating cry and like swipe at this creature with the flail. Go for it.
Okay.
That's
So
good.
that's good, and you can also another time.
If you're
Reckless with
Advantage.
Yes, but I don't know how the creature. I
Oh.
think
that was a 17, I think. That was a 12 plus your strength and your proficiency bonus.
It's very decent.
It's +5.
It's +5.
it's strength plus. Okay, so 17. Yes.
Okay, so with a 17, you should see it there. It's a note specifically.
You have flail plus 4.
Okay, so with a 17, like you charge your flail and swipe it back and slap it against the creature, and you see like he tries to stop it and grab essentially the ball of the flail, but like punctures the hand, and you see like it opens a gash all down the arm as it like strikes to go down and realizes fails and looks at you with these fiery, beady red eyes.
Okay, and it's 1d8.
Yes, roll damage.
Plus
4.
strength
Absolutely
plus
normal.
your rage damage.
Yes, which is
6.
2, so it's 6. That's not bad.
Rage
Range
adds
also adds damage, a +2.
Plus 2. So you have 2 plus your strength, which is 3, correct? So it's
Yeah.
5 plus the
one
number
plus-
rolls 1, so 6. 6 damage on a 1 is not bad.
So you attack with this one, and then we roll damage.
Okay, so Kiki,
yes.
Yeah.
Can I put away the light crossbow and take out the 2 falchions? Is it a like
otherwise you can just drop the crossbow.
yeah.
Drop the crossbow, take out the falchions, it's fine.
Take out the falchions and I will.
Didn't you already have falchions?
I put
Put them back,
one out
you take out the
and I rush towards the creature. If I can.
You can.
How far away am I? Can I get to the other side of it?
So it's straight lines, it's easy, yes you can. Not there, you manage to get like
Can
up
I
here.
try an acrobatics check to get to...
Sorry?
Can I try an acrobatics check to maybe vault over him?
Okay, it's fine. Make an acrobatics
Can I?
check with disadvantage. because you
Oh,
have to
yeah, right.
Oh.
Fuck it.
Think about it.
Fuck it.
Reference desert. So sad.
That is a total of 8.
8. So
Yes.
you like try to vault over, and you see like the guard that has just taken out the sword, has left the spear, and as you vault over, you realize you have this
Handle of
the handle, yes, the haft of the spear, which is like jutting out of the tree, and you have like to awkwardly move around it, and so you like move back. You do not lose your action, but you don't manage to go where you
And
wanted.
then I will
Is
try
it part of the movement?
and attack.
Okay, go for it.
Split Vanguard, attack. I will go for all my 3 strikes with using action surge.
Okay, nice.
It's 19
Strike.
plus a lot. That is a natural 1. And that is a 15.
15. Okay, so the first one was, sorry?
19 plus.
19, 15. Okay, so you took the first and last hit.
Okay. And I will 3 plus 8 plus 3 is 11. Thanks. 17 and another 8 for another 8. 17 plus 8 is 25. 25 plus 3 is 28. Total
28 total damage. That's
Yeah.
a lot of damage. So you first
Oh,
attack.
sorry. I'm sorry. The second one was not. The second one didn't hit. So I
Yes.
just
22.
minus.
Don't worry. So what did you roll?
I rolled. The first one was a 3 plus
alright.
3 was 6.
No.
The second one doesn't count.
17.
And the
Okay,
the third one
17
was
total
a
damage.
17 total damage.
Nice.
So,
So-
I thought the first one was
Oh,
on the
yeah.
other 8.
Sorry, sorry.
Yes.
And-
I was doing math. Okay, so
And wisps of grey smoke almost erupt from Kiki's form as she throws and tries
like
to.
you twirl like forward and make a backhand swipe essentially against this creature, and you just join the frame. The creature is concentrated on that at the moment, so you manage to catch a moment of like distraction essentially, and manage to like nick the neck essentially at this height and cause a pretty deep gash, and it starts to pour black ichor over like the front part of the torso, and like go for a second one, but the creature now sees you and slams you the head and the talons, and even though you hit squarely the talons with the blade, you see that it gets stopped and progress any further. So this talons like must be extremely hard and sharp, and so you just like push back and go with a second like offhand swipe, and from the back and from below, sorry, and you open like this part of the shoulder where the creature had moved up forward. So now has like this cut that the soldier made. The cut of the Davna open, the gash the Davna open is like bleeding profusely. He's very angry. So this point, Cosmo.
Cosmo is actually really afraid. So he will just
Rats and elephants and all of that.
go behind his rock. He,
Behind, sorry.
The rock.
the rock.
Okay.
Behind the rock.
Behind Brandon Johnson.
I'm
And Cosmo will cast Shield of Faith
yes.
on, don't know who better, maybe Kiki. Kiki.
Yes.
So
What do I get?
you get a +2 bonus to your AC
Nice. Thanks.
for 10 minutes.
Very nice. Thank you.
Okay. You done?
Yeah.
Wouldn't ever.
So before the battle started, I used Blade Song, so I like started twirling my my cane like around my body and doing a little flourish. And now, would I get in contact? Would I like be able to get in melee with him with my 40 feet of movement?
40 feet of movement, you would manage to like squeeze between the tree and the creature like
All right.
right here.
That's great. So I will use my bonus action to shift, And Cosmo and Akron, who are next to me, will see like from under my sleeves, for like this brown, dark brown fur similar to my hair will start to grow on my hands, around my face, like my eyes will get even more feral, and I will start to growl like. And I will run over to what?
No, nothing.
Was it that bad?
No, it was not.
Yes.
Yes, and I will get there like with a really quick, like bolting over there, stop immediately, put my hand on my cane, and in one swift movement, pull my rapier out, try to strike him. Ooh, that's alright. That's no, that's a 14.
It's a 14.
That's 14. Yeah, +4.
Okay, so you like
Oh,
move
that's
forward
9.
and go for a swipe while you like unsheath essentially, but you get caught at the end and you like break the swift and flawless movement, and this like allows you to essentially miss the attack at the last second as the creature manages to move out of the way, seeing you coming there.
I will shoot it back immediately.
Okay, so you recover and get like in your back in your dancing
Exactly.
stance essentially. Okay.
And then we see like the creature there.
Okay. So it's on the creature's turn. The creature is very angry and will first go for a swipe on Daphna.
Yeah.
Which is actually not a swipe, but it is a growl. So make an athletics or acrobatics check.
With advantage because you're raging.
It's
A rage.
But
it is
at disadvantage.
but your disadvantage, so it's just a straight roll.
Okay,
It's a check. So it
17
is advantage for
plus
the
athletics.
It's a athletics, yes.
Okay, 22.
22. Nice. The creature on the 21, which is okay. So the creature goes like forward and tries to grab you, and you manage to pull out at the last second and swipe back with the handle of the
my
spike in the end, and manage to like puncture the hand that tried to grab you
And she managed to pull out at the last second.
from the top.
No.
And like you see the creature move back and look at you, and you see you hear this like natural and deep voice. Interesting. And you see this creature like start to pull back and open wide his arms. You see this like red energy starts to pull forth and cover the upper part of his body, and you see this eye become white.
No.
And he goes for a reckless attack against you.
That is amazing.
This motherfucker is
And it's an 18.
You have to-
armor class.
Hi, I'm Tokyo from the sea.
Ah.
Can you appreciate it?
Okay.
17, yeah.
Okay.
But it's not like... No, because then your sense is all on traps and spells, things like that.
Yes, also if you do like a
Dexterity
dexterity saving
saving
throw,
throw,
but
so-
it's not a saving throw, it's just your
Okay.
armor class. Your innate defense essentially. So that is low. That is just 7 damage. On this double swipe,
You're raging, so you have it.
you half it. Yes, that's very low.
That's you round down.
It is, yes, 3. So you get like, and you see like this creature pull back and it has this white eye, just like Daphna has. Like you will see the same thing. Like it's very, very unsettling.
See your long lost brother.
Hope not.
Okay, so this was the creature. Ida, it's your turn.
Oh, yes. First of all, I'm just looking back really impressed about all of Daphna, both Daphna and Snow. They're like, that cane was not just a cane. This is so smart.
Candy cane.
So I gather a little courage and I'm gonna hold up.
I punch the creature into oblivion.
Basically. Thunder punch. Falcon punch. Merfolk.
15.
Yes.
Like 15 is like
Sorry.
5 squares.
Fish.
15 is 3 squares.
Yes, sorry. I have the measuring thing. Do you wish? Three what?
To get like 15, get
15
in
feet is
between,
here.
15, yeah, over
Get
here.
within
Yes.
15 feet of him.
Of
Oh,
him,
sorry.
yeah,
Well, yes, you are.
over here.
Yes, yes.
Because I wanna
Fairly sure you
try
are.
and cast what is it? Thunder Wave.
Nice.
Yes, go for it.
But I'm gonna also channel Divinity,
Wow.
and I'm gonna do
Max
Destructive
damage.
Weapon. Yeah.
I love it.
So it's
It is a saving throw, correct?
yes, Constitution.
Wait,
Constitution.
But
saving throw.
everyone has to
see,
do it.
yeah, also the captain.
What?
And,
Okay, it's a square.
yeah, but it generates from you. It's like the Thunderwave is
Stealth.
spelled, is
Yes,
written.
you like open up your hands.
So
and
everybody
Kamehameha
here
essentially
does have
forward.
to do a saving
But
throw.
who are these
Would be
people?
Kiki, the captain, Davna, and the creature.
All of them.
Yeah.
No, like Snow and the soldier wouldn't be. Like the square here. Sorry, I have the tool for that.
Yeah, Thunderwave is worded not
Yeah.
very
Like
clearly.
this.
Everybody
here.
makes
So
a
you wouldn't
mistake.
get this and this,
I wouldn't get snow.
but you would still be getting Kiki and Davna.
I was over.
Okay, for me, you can try it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Davna can take it.
you can
Davna
do
can
it.
definitely get. Also, you have advantage on the saving throw because this is a spell you can see.
Okay, so
Oh no,
the-
it's a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't. Sorry. I'm sorry. But it was the
There are
same.
lots of
No,
My bad.
of dexterity saving throw.
Yes, it's mostly dexterity, but sometimes you have Constitution.
+5.
This would be very, very strong otherwise.
Go for it. Yes.
You're cool.
I'm gonna look at Giga like, are you sure about this?
Well, I'm telling you as a player. I was thinking.
like, I think the creature is distracted because I'm like, we're looking like staring contest.
Wide eye to wide eye. Want to go for it?
Yeah. No,
Tell me.
no, I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do it. Okay. So I have 2 saving throws, and you 2 need to make a saving throw. So the creature's natural 20.
saving throw.
Creature rolls a natural 20.
Yes. Of course it does. And it is an 18 for the captain, though. It's very good. So I think they both take half damage, half max damage, though. So it is still a lot.
How much?
16, so I
16?
take 5 damage too.
I think, yes, your DC is 13, 14.
You got +2 from
It's 14.
To 18.
14, okay, so. Davna?
9.
Okay, so Davna takes full damage. Everyone else takes half.
Does it have like my
I'm just really
That's all.
I'm okay,
And how much damage is that?
it's well, it should be
H
2d8, so
So it's 16.
it's
Full
16.
damage. Okay, so. Yes, because she used the channeling.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
8 damage.
8, 16, 8, 8. Okay.
I'm gonna go like this, and I'm really scared. So
Okay, I'm not that good, guys. I'm still
So, like,
an old lady.
you like move forward and like grasp your holy symbol.
panicking, so I'm just gonna go like, oh my god. And then
Like you start to like hyperventilate and like
exactly.
put your hands together and release this like wave of energy, Kamehameha style in front of you, and like you realize that it's not a ray, which is what you wanted, but it's more like a spread.
In
And
my
it's not-
head, I was probably trying to do like the radiant thing that I did all the times before, guiding
Yes.
bolt, but it came out wrong.
very wrong as you like create something much more powerful of
Yeah.
potential. Like you open up this like shotgun spread of electric bolt from your hands that hit. You see like Kiki gets hit in the back of the
Yeah.
back of the
Yeah.
The back of the back.
like whichever one was back, and the captain as well gets like hit in the back and like recoils for a moment and looks back at you like, what are you doing? And the creature itself gets like head and you see this membrane like absorbs the impact. You see like these ripples of energy all on it, and you see like when it burns essentially, when it hits like this concentrated bolt energy like burns the membrane and essentially just see the bone at this point protruding out. Well, Avna is like moving up, and you see like as she's bolting up the
Flail.
the flail, it like acts as a thunder rod, and like You see like last time you see a skull. Like,
She also gets pushed back.
oh, you also get pushed back. That's correct. So you
Oh
get
yeah, that's right.
slammed back against the wall. Correct. And do they
Yeah.
take damage if they hit something?
No,
No, it's just
I hope not. Otherwise, that wouldn't be anymore.
that's so sad.
I'm overwhelmed with guilt at the moment. I'm like,
It's fine. So
that I'm gonna go back like or something. Go back here,
like
just out of complete guilt. I'm like,
okay.
battle requires sacrifices.
no, like it was bad before, but now it's worse.
So the soldier at this point, you see like the captain take his sword and like really reassess himself and takes the sword and once again like with renewed vigor swipes like fades upward and then swipes from the
Downward.
very bad. Misses like the attack as the creature doesn't even need to move out. Like it's such an imprecise strike. The creature just simply moves out of the way. And it is now. Oh, the soldier, like he has the sword in hand, but seeing the situation, decides to sheath it back and pulls on the spear that was jammed into the tree. That comes loose and tries to use that to stab the creature. It's a natural 20.
Nice!
Nice.
Oh, by the way,
You go, random guards!
I mean, I went to. That's useless for now, but I think we're flanking him.
You're also flanking. That's correct.
I didn't take advantage first, doesn't matter, but I just
Right.
wanted to signal that he had
You're right. We
advantage now.
take it this time.
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't really matter. It's a natural 20, but good count. So, it is a very big hit. Holy shit! It's an insane hit for a guard.
Go, random guards!
Go guard number 2.
Guard number 2 like takes the spear out of the trunk and like jumps it up and like you see that the creature was in that moment like extending to parry essentially this swipe from the captain and it jumps underneath the shoulder and like you see it poke out of the shoulder blade for a second like here and he then retracts it and like a splat of blood follows it and you see like the white purple the white thingy that is on the spear is completely covered in black ink. The other guard, let's see if
Let's go, other guards!
the other guard is a bit confused on where to go.
Can I switch character?
I'm gonna be guard number 2.
So, guard number
Daphne
1
dies and comes back.
runs
Comes
up
back.
to his captain, who shifts a little bit to the left, occupying the space that Davna left, and tries itself to
finally.
themselves to swipe the creature. Miss, unfortunately, like try and swipe the not swipe, but like jam the spear just like the other one. But the creature this time is already like in a convulsed movement to avoid the other spear and manages to miss the target. Okay, so at this point, Akram,
Yeah.
Amanda,
At this point, I will stay where I am
yes.
and transform into a dire wolf.
Yes!
Yeah.
Please do.
Which
For a second, I thought.
Since there is an action, I don't think we can do anything else this turn. Like, since
Yes.
transforming is an action.
Whoa.
background, handle with care. Okay,
And
hot dog.
I
Right.
can't do anything.
Yeah, that move very hot.
Oh yeah, I can move.
You can move, yes.
I'll move next to Daphna.
Okay,
So like close back up to.
nice.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Even in
Like,
this
try to
kind of
fall forward by doing that,
situation.
but it's fine.
Daphna can cuddle up against the wolf and
the bloody Daphna.
Okay, so
The internal bleeding Daphna.
Maybe also.
Barbara, it's your turn. Speaking of,
Well,
Kiki. Uh-huh.
I really don't know what to do.
You talking?
Okay, then I just. You know what? I'll start throwing javelins.
Let's go for it.
I can't.
You can also reckless that for.
Sometimes you just
Oh
gotta.
yes, you also had advantage against your prevention.
You can attack him with advantage even without recklessing it, like less attack, because he did reckless.
Right. Yes.
Advantage.
Yeah.
Go, Daphne. The same thing.
That's very
Did it's not possible. The other time I used their dice and I rolled, so I think my dice are like
No problem.
okay. So
Yeah.
That's right. That's nice.
You have the dungeon master die. You can do whatever you want. So, Paula, you get your javelin up and like go for
10, but in total it's 10.
total is 10, which is double digit. So you like throw it with all your strength against the creature, and you see like as you're enraged and fucking angry, you like throw this javelin that goes way over its head. Like it flies, probably breaking some world record or something. It's like yeet the javelin out in the stratosphere essentially, completely missing the mark, but setting a very nice example.
Hey.
And then
10.
I'll try, like accasciare. How do I say that? Like
Lay down.
I have it.
Slam back again.
And then
Slam
slam
back,
back
yes.
again. Work like this. Like, okay. Next time I'll get him.
Okay, Kiki in Cosmo.
Yes.
K&K.
Can I try and circle around him so that I know I don't. I already have advantage, right?
You
Because of the
this
reckless.
position-
Because of reckless.
Oh yes, yes.
I was wondering
Yes,
if
yes,
I
yes,
could
of
go
course.
flanking, but and then I will do what I do and attack twice. That's that is a natural 1 and a natural 2 for the first attack,
It's insane.
and that is a 10 and
Good.
3. I did 1, 2, and 3, but the second attack is a 15.
15 misses. I'm so sorry, what did you just say?
Oh,
I was thinking 14, I'm sorry.
His armor class is changing.
Shifting.
It's getting stronger.
Stop breathing.
4 damage.
4 damage.
Yes. A grand total of 4.
He is not really phased by that.
And I will just.
Burn a bit.
Yeah.
Nice. Like you. No, like you go for a swipe and he manages to parry that again, and you try to backhand and you just like scrape the front and you see a bit of blood come out, which is not very impactful.
A bit of some more smoke erupts from Kiki, and you see like their figure double up for a second, but
Shift a second.
not
Yet. Background.
significant. Not yet.
Going for the level up.
Yes.
What do you think? Sorry, Cosmo.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't even know where it sits. So.
I just go near Daphne and says, "You don't look so."
No,
And,
I don't feel so good.
and I got pure wounds.
You also have Lay on Hands as a paladin, which allows you to heal something by just touching up to 10 points, up 5 times your level.
This is actually.
I'm just
I want to do
pointing it out.
cure.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just pointing it out.
So I can restore you
5
9 points.
Wow.
is plus your charisma, I think.
Bonus points,
Yeah.
and I got 4.
No, it's
Is it
charisma modifier.
Charisma modifier.
1d8 plus
It's not your
That's
single
ability.
attack bonus. That's another
Right.
thing.
So
It's
one
plus
less.
2, I think.
Oh,
Carry 2 less.
2 less.
2 less. Okay.
7.
That was nice. Thank you.
Okay. So
You're
like
You know, like how I get when I.
touch with your big
With my
Oh, your
my
trunk.
trunk.
pat Davin on the head. And now like, you feel suffused like with this
And I just go near.
golden light essentially that heals and closes a bit your wound and like restores mostly the motion of your like you're after this like thundering hit you felt your muscles
wrist, like-
randomly contract like if they are still like in something this like frees you completely from the sensation. It's very much better now. You can control your movements perfectly. Okay.
Today is not my day in the matter. Not yet.
No.
Alright. I will try to strike at him again, but using booming blade this time.
Nice.
So as I pull out, as I unsheath my I called it a rapier. It's just a really like a thin sword. Like you can also be used for slashing. So that's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
And that's all right. That's 7 points of damage. I will slash him, and as I slash him, like this sort of twirling energy will move from my blade to envelop his whole body. And I will, as I unsheath this, I will say, "Now you can't escape." And you notice that also, not only my fur has grown, but also my teeth. And I use these fangs to, like, I grab his arm and bite into it, try to bite into him. As a bonus action.
Bonus action bite.
No, alright, no, that's fuck.
That's a fuck.
That's a
Okay.
fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's nothing. But I will try to bite into him. He will pull the arm away, and I will like.
Sorry.
I'm going to just leave him in
To hit what?
Was 13.
13 just misses. Like you have to snap him and like recognizing essentially the motion of a fang attack. He managed to jerk out of the way last time and avoid your attack.
And I will after that I will move. I will like keep him engaged, but I will move to his back so that I can give Kiki advantage on I'm playing with Kiki.
You would have day 3 that Cosmo just moved out of
I
the way.
got-
You would
okay.
technically be there, so he's like
Okay.
back against the tree. So you can't really.
He's back against the tree.
You would have to move. The miniature has limitations.
No, that's fine. That's
But
fine.
you would have to disengage, move up behind the tree, and re-engage.
You know what? I will do it.
Okay, nice.
I will do
Okay,
that.
so
Disengage.
Disengage and move around. Okay,
And
so
move around.
he will try to swipe you as a
That's fine. That's
reaction.
fine.
That is a 17.
Hit.
Think hits for. Okay, it's not much. It's 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay, just completely fine. He
Pretty bad.
removes my temporary hit points and will.
Okay.
Just that.
So it's the creature's turn now. The creature I've seen you like you see this moment like where when you first engaged this creature, it looked like it was like actually like taking a moment to study the situation here, and you like shit and started the combat, and now you see this moment happening again. Good, thanks. So you feel like that this situation is happening again. He like perches up on a rock and just like takes a step back and says, does not leave your engagement, but studies you for a second and looks at you and like points on you, Kiki. And as he does, he like he will take his action to disengage by like jumping, and you see like this muscle of the calf and legs tense, and he sprints upward, and like you see that he would try to hoist himself. Sorry.
Will take 1d8 damage when
He will, yes, of course.
Pulsing the blade.
No, sorry, you roll.
Oh,
Just playing myself.
yeah, that's
Also
one.
20 for random. Nice. So it is 1 thunder damage. You ruined my table of 7. It was going 7, 7, 7. I was also in the table of 7. Like he moves upwards, and you see like this jerk of electricity of like this booming energy that shifts his form, and not dissimilar to what is shooting to you currently, but more damaging effect, of course. And perches up on top of the tree, not moving its hands, but perches up on top of the tree, and then from there springs back. No, wait. I just tried, sorry. Here. From the top of the tree, like springs back and lands just behind Cosmo, and takes to, you see like again this red energy shift him and use another action to swipe twice at Cosmo.
Oh no.
It's an 8. So stupid. I rolled
that's
damage
right.
instead.
He has 2 arms.
Okay, this sucks. It is an 8.
That makes sense. We all level 1.
And a natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah, he had used my action surge.
Yeah.
It's 14 damage.
14 damage.
It was a crit.
Okay.
So he like flops up and perches on the tree. From there, like bolts and leaves the tree, jumping down to the and like lands with this crunching impact. And you like look back at your side, and you see this creature is like looking at you with arms wide outstretched and slams at you. Oh, you said advantage, but
It's thank you.
and
Very,
yes,
very.
and like slams you, and you see like the gorget that covers the neck of Cosmo is torn asunder on one side as the fingers, these bladed fingers, like hooked in and scraped downwards, and the other one just slashed there. So you have like these 5 gashes, essentially, of the 5 talons on the side of the neck.
Okay, how is it like positioned?
It is above you currently, so you wouldn't really be in combat with him at this point. You also slumped back, so you're like you would need to engage him actively, essentially. You can do it, but you need to like actively enter his combat engagement range. Right now, you're not.
Cosmo is lay down, quite unconscious, and it's
You're unconscious.
really
Are you unconscious?
Are you unconscious?
Almost.
maybe
He's like
almost.
Oh, you're not unconscious yet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
someone has to heal him. Like
He
now.
can kill himself.
Someone has to
Okay.
I don't think I can do that.
How long did you roll for your... Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
sorry.
Don't you have like the thing that he said before, like the healing? Can't you touch yourself and heal?
On his
I
turn,
can
and definitely do that. But ending his
Sure.
turn, he moves backwards.
Oh,
This
no.
bitch.
He used 2 actions and movement.
Can he do anything?
You can take a reaction though, and
I
try to
can
attack
do
him.
lay on hands.
No, you can react to the creature
Ah.
moving away from you with an attack of opportunity.
Take it.
It's free, so
It's a free...
I
It's free real estate.
Don't
It's
really
free
have
real
reason
attack.
not to.
Okay, but can I have a chance to hit him?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it's like it's an attack. But
okay.
so because
It's
it's
an
like
attack
he's
not on
giving
your
you
turn.
his back.
Yeah.
Let's say so
Then
you can try.
it's
to-
an
So
attack
with
that-
advantage,
No, it will not. No. Just
it's a 6.
it's a 6 plus.
Aw.
Still not gonna hit. So you like try to swipe at him, but you're like as you move, you feel like the beams pulsing and a squirt of blood pouring out of your and your arm just slams back to your side. You're like, oh, that hurt a lot. Shit. Yeah. Shit. So. Yeah.
I'm gonna healing word you.
Okay.
I'm gonna heal the bet.
That's not get 9 hit points.
Oh shit.
Thank you.
Not bad for a healing word. Not bad for a healing word.
No.
Mhm.
I'm just
Really?
gonna go up. I'm gonna see Cosmo and see that he's in danger. Oh, no. Gotta fix what I done before, in a way.
Not really.
Ethically.
You appreciate.
Nice. Okay.
Do you want to do
soldier's
anything?
turn now, which will simply stand there for a second, like recuperate. And you see them like looking upwards and feel the different parts of like wounds and hits that they've taken, and like essentially for them you feel the battle's over.
For them.
And but yeah, so that's the initiative. So Akram, you're a wolf.
You're welcome. You're a fast wolf.
You're a fast wolf.
Yes. So like at this point, I'm fuming. I'm
Which
so
is
angry.
perfectly in character.
This
You're burning hot.
I'm burning with rage.
And just suddenly transforms into a barbarian.
Like this creature has hit my friends. He almost killed Cosmo. He hit Kiki, and like Kiki's my best friend. So
He didn't. He didn't.
we'll talk about this later. Catch me outside. But like I'm angry. I'm growling and like I'm pouting with my my legs and my paws. And as I lift my one of my paws, you can see like a hole in the ground from my claws. And
Fuming slightly.
yeah, feeling slightly. So how
much is that?
So that in height it is like about 10 feet, but I would say that as a wolf you can comfortably jump that height.
Yeah, like I've got like height and like 50 feet of range, so I think I can.
You can't actually cast spells while you are in
No, I just wanna move to
Oh,
Like,
sorry, understand
move
50 feet of
closer.
range, I'm sorry. Okay, so you like...
yeah, like 50 feet.
50 feet.
Oh, 50, sorry, I'm
50 or more.
50 feet. Okay.
Okay, how
Can
much do you
You
want
can
to move?
easily
Like I wanna
Yeah.
be on top of this bitch.
You can kind of get there, yes.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you like jump upwards and like
And
just land
yeah,
on the thing
I
and
like
then
jump
lunge forward.
and I look at him in the eyes. I growl with like drool coming down my jaw,
He sees you and growls
Yeah.
back.
and
So
I
that's-
jump to his neck,
Mhm.
trying to like hit his carotid,
Yes.
and it does.
Paint, never mind that you have...
It's a bite, so like
Okay.
13 plus 5, which is 18.
18 hits.
18 hits.
26. Yeah, go, girl, boy.
A 2 and a 5. It's a 7 plus 3, a 10.
Yes.
It's 10 piercing damage.
Not bad. Not bad. This creature is like...
And you must make
yeah, I was thinking about it,
saving
yes.
throw.
Strength it was cocked, I'm sorry. It is a nice 12.
Doesn't, yeah, like
Doesn't make
you get hit. Like
No,
the thing gets
Yes.
Right, not
prone,
prone.
correct?
knocked prone.
Sorry? Not prone, yes.
Knocked prone.
Okay.
Hi, the one knocked prone.
I don't want to break this amazing miniature, so I'm trying to find a way to. Okay.
Yes.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's fine, just... You can remember it.
It's now laying on the ground, like.
Okay.
it's me, the
That's it, so-
creature.
You're alive. Barely.
I'm alive.
I'm alive. I'm a boy.
Feeling kind of good.
Okay, so how much closer can I get?
From there, it's actually not that easy. Because you have 25.
25.
25 you can get past Cosmo. It's 15 here and 25 is about here.
Okay.
You can get like closer but not
I really
right
can't
here.
stand this guy.
You can dash, use your action to dash, or you can throw a javelin.
No, I'm gonna use my hand axe. I'm gonna throw it.
You can throw it, consider that he's prone, so has, you actually have disadvantage of trying to hit a prone character because he's low on the ground. And you're like throwing a hand axe. It's hard.
It's big. I was great with rocks on the lake, so I think I can manage
Go
that.
for it.
Brilliant. You can also just reckless,
And
even
out the
even after the disadvantage, so just faithful.
So reckless.
I didn't get because
You can either, you have disadvantage because he's prone, but you can reckless attack
so that I
to
can.
even out the disadvantage.
Okay.
Just straight roll.
I'm gonna. I mean, if I'm not reckless, who's gonna be reckless? So
That makes sense.
If you're not straight, we're gonna make a straight roll, right?
Go for it.
okay, I'm gonna use
the DMs.
the DM guide. So
Go for it.
this is
Let's see if
like.
this bites me in the ass.
This is a responsibility.
Go for it.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
No, it's just
Okay,
eight
because
and it's
just-
plus.
Plus
So
plus
it's a
5.
2d8, so yes. you
Yeah.
can do two.
18.
Yes. So you like take out his hand axe and throw it, and you see like just starts to first it looks like it's a bad throw essentially. It starts to spin on itself, but then like you see that it catches essentially wind in a correct way and starts to spin it perfectly and just hits like in the side of the creature is just trying to get up, and you slam it back down with the heft of the axe. Go for it.
6 plus 3, 9.
Plus 2.
Yeah.
So 11.
Nice, nice. Oh, sorry, 11. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
11.
That is so difficult to make math. Okay. Did it. Okay. Very nice hit. So it is now turn of Kiki and Cosmo.
Is it not dead yet?
I
He's
can't.
blooded. But he's blood. It's not.
I can't get to him.
Like,
I can't get to him.
You,
I am 30
unless you
feet.
dash, no.
Can I get on top of the rock?
You can get on top of the rock. You can get close to the rock, and then yes, I would say with your prowess you can easily make that. And
Then oh fuck, I threw the crossbow down.
yes, that's so unfortunate.
Can I throw a sword?
You can. It's an improvised weapon, and you have disadvantage, but yes.
Let me.
on the creature, not on Akram.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like.
So you're standing
If
on it.
I dash,
Yes.
can I get
Can you
near
get to it? Yes. Of course, we didn't have an action yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can.
Oh, wait.
Your offend is a bonus action.
Can I hit him as a bonus action, or do I have to attack on my action?
Yeah,
on your
you
action, then
okay.
you can attack with bonus action.
Then I will just get near him. That
Like
that
here?
was just a vote. Like
Yes. It's one of the sturdiest miniatures, so no issue. I haven't measured, but I assume.
at 30 feet.
Yes. Okay, just to be sure. Nice. So it is now turn of the ski Cosmo. No, you.
Go for it.
I will try to go on.
Do you have anything ranged?
No, I don't.
Awesome.
You
So
have once again the same movement as stamina, but 5 feet more. You have 30 feet movement, correct? Okay, so you get there. Like,
so I
still not engaged.
I wanna try to. Can I make a bonus action to go to reach
You can
it?
use your action to reach it. So you won't be able to attack later, but you are in melee
Okay,
range.
so
Oh, sorry. Oops.
Wee.
No, you can't.
well, I just stay there and take my shield in front of me and prepare for anything that can.
Take a dot.
Can it like stupid question? But do you like use your weapons only with your hand? Or can you like use the trunk?
It's just too heavy.
Not
They
enough.
converted.
Because I thought
Big
maybe
help.
if it's a long trunk you could
Can operate simple tasks like opening doors and stuff, but cannot really
okay.
wield the weapon with effectiveness.
That would be fun.
Yes, but
Could you like with the
But do you
I
have
can fit on the.
yes with the trunk like
snot on it?
it's not on the
Even if I have a dart, I don't think I can
I would have.
spit it out so
Forcefully.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also, how? Okay, it's fine. Let's keep this. Okay, so Cosmo.
I just stay there.
So you do not use your action to engage.
No.
You just did it. Okay.
No.
It's fine. No.
All right. Thanks. I will try to get closer to him with my 40 feet of movement, but I don't think I will reach him.
Kinda get close, but not.
Reach me.
Contact, but you get close. Yes.
All right. Then I will use my dash.
You have to consider like this is a bit of difficult terrain, kinda. So it's fine. It's fine. Just consider there is something in the way. So
Can I acrobat over it?
you can reach it.
Alright.
No problem. I just will say that from there you cannot like getting engaged that easily. Essentially, it's fine.
All right.
Like,
So
They
I
are
will dash.
there.
I will
Sure.
dash to reach him.
Here or around?
No.
Technically, like just for we remember it's firm, but
Yeah.
but place it there so we can
Yeah.
see where he stands. Otherwise, it's difficult to.
All right. Well, I will try to, if I can, I will try to like reach behind him because I have the movement to do it.
Yes,
I would have
you have.
to try.
So yes, you can like get in opposite side with Kiki.
And he really piqued my curiosity, and I'm in rage mode, and I'm going sicko mode right now.
Go for it.
I will try to, like, as he lays on the ground, I will jump on top of him and try, like Akram did, to bite him on the neck.
You can do it.
As a bonus action,
free bonus action
it's a
without
free
any
bonus action
modifier.
without
Just
any
give it.
type 2. And it's an advantage because it's prone, right?
It's prone, yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
Flanking is prone and
Alright,
medium.
That's, yeah, that's
Like 13 on
23.
advantage, right?
23.
That's a 23.
Definitely.
Obviously hits.
And there's a 5.
It's a 5. That's
5
nice.
damage.
Okay. Like you bite on top and like for a second you hold his neck in your jaws and like he managed to scrape over it a second but you like, tear out a chunk of flesh. Pretty bloody. Yes?
Turn is it?
It's the
Don't
creature.
run.
Oh sorry, yes, it's Glitch's turn.
You
He
can
is
take it
very fucking angry and now looks at you, Akram,
Oh, damn.
and you see his form. Once again he like gets this red energy all over his his forearms, and once again you see his form shift, like the membranes extend into true and proper wings, and he like has a moment where he's a large butt standing in like over you, much more than
Okay. Yeah. He
you see that like this large butt standing like managed of course to right himself and now like flaps his massive wings and they touch 10 feet from the ground.
How?
Sorry?
No, I would just say it was prone, like almost dying, and then you know what? Go.
He was prone. He was half movement to right.
No, I got
And then
it.
is the
I'm
action to do
just.
this.
If
Yeah.
he's getting away from him, do we get...
Sorry? Yes, I was saying, as this transpires, you would get an attack of opportunity. I think all of you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was wondering how. Or is the
why
roll?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, but I will say yes, all of you in common.
Alright, thank you.
Sorry?
Thank you, dear.
Thank you, Master.
No.
Amazing.
Well, we're flanking, right?
You two are flanking actually, yes.
Oh. No, I'm not flanking with more...
The rules of flanking are a bit cloudy usually, but you should be like actually flanking. Like,
Yeah, alright.
You should be able to draw a line over the
Yeah, alright,
the
alright.
directly. So it's a bit of cloudiness, I know, but
Alright,
for this situation and considering the wall form and stuff, I would consider.
alright.
Oh wait, do you have pack tactics?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
I'm sure. That's
yeah, that works.
Yeah.
So we all have advantage.
Okay, so you have advantage.
Yeah.
You
The
do
wall.
have advantage because
Alright,
you're flanking,
yeah.
and she has advantage for the pack tactics.
Which is better than
Which is
one.
better than 1.
Correct. That was a natural one. So
Yes,
yeah.
Oh.
Already rolled another time. That's 18.
18?
24.
24, you both hit.
Thank you.
Go for it. Hard, but you can do it.
5 and 3.
Right? It is 5,
8 damage for me.
13 total between the two of us.
How do you want to do this?
Oh.
I will leave the honor to you.
No, please.
Could have been another
let's,
person
alright,
later.
let's
Let me
tag
tag
team
team.
to 11 this
I
time.
think you can.
I've never seen it, but
You cut the wings and I give him the possible right.
I will try and swipe at his left wing, try to rip it open and just rip it open and make it so that he can fly away.
Nice.
And as he falls on the ground, I will, growling, run towards him, push him to the ground, pull my blade out, and sink it in his eye.
Nice.
The white
The white eye.
The other white eye. No, not the other eye.
The eye vanished.
Oh, there.
Alright. And, yeah, I will simply sink it in the eye.
So, as you, Kiki, you are the first to react to this attack and jump up and stab you with your falchion in the wing as he's moving up and is extended and the membrane is taut. And you manage to like sink in and tear down and you see like the flap of the weapon, of the wing doesn't hold anymore, and you see like he jerks on one side trying to move on something that doesn't hold, and like flumps to the ground, and you like get the moment, take out the sword and slam it in the hand of the face, and twist it. And as you do, like you see this creature like just moving and screeching as just.
And as soon as he stops, my fur will go back. I will. Oh Lord! I will clean the blade and sheet back up.
What a polite and clean lady we have here.
That was really uncivil of me. I'm sorry.
That's fucking good. That was amazing.
That's really cool.
Okay. So, as you now calm back down and reconvene after this situation, the soldiers come to you and
What the fuck is this?
you are speaking with what looks to be the higher officer essentially of this group. He's a man with like this hat with plume, used to be fancier than the others, and but still has like this armor on. The tunic is the red and yellow color of the guards that you've seen since landing, but he has like these very high steel sheen boots with a guard that covers all the front part of the boot, and looks to be essentially a travel attire and a combat travel attire. And he has like many gashes and wounds and cuts, and like the whole front part of the right leg is torn open, and then you see like there's a lot of blood pouring down from there, and he seems very worse for wear. And he's like, you have no idea, but who the fuck are you? Thanks for your help. You really saved the day. Oh, this was awful. This was really awful. Check the others. And like snaps back and checks one of the corpses that's nearby, and like tests the blood flow and says it's dead. And like moves aside and tries to check the next one. And starts moving from corpse to corpse. And a couple of them are actually still alive. So like as he kneels down, calls up to one of the guards, who the two others that like rush there and take out a pouch and start to put applying some bandages and some sort of like green paste essentially on some of the wounds, try and close up and keep contained. What do you like to do?
So, hi sir, my name is Snow Loyal. I'm very pleased to meet you. I'm wondering, we're looking for Captain Olven.
But yes, you find it. It was not difficult.
So it's you. Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Captain of the guard of the city of Saints
It's
Landing.
just one Captain Olben, yes. Just a question. Have you seen other soldiers?
Corpses.
There was a corpse
Yes.
back.
No, I mean like a lot of soldiers.
No.
And like he seems a bit frustrated and looks around.
So, we'll get straight to the point. We have proof that there's going to be a coup in the city of Saints Landing. Can you pull out the rock?
Oh yeah. I pull out the rock and
Play it.
play it back.
These are the voices of Viola. Viola, we think the daughter of Governor Raymore, and Lawrence, captain of the Red Crimson
This
Brand.
is a lot of information for a second. And like in this moment you see there are actually people coming into from like the opposite side from where you came. You see like 3, 4, 7, 10, 15 soldiers coming, like rushing and looking around with confused.
Very convenient coming now that the beast is dead.
Well, it's about 5 minutes, but yes. And they're like, what happened here? You see this lady, older looking, like, seems to be a bit higher in rank than the others, but not as high as the captain. And like, is looking around, like, Captain, you're fine, you're right. What happens? It's like, this was a bloodbath. I have no fucking clue what happened.
I'm standing far away from him and just like, I'm sorry.
You're fine, you're fine.
That was.
I appreciate the effort. We did all our best. So, can you please talk about this in like 10 minutes? We need to
Yeah, sure.
understand ourselves a second. I'm so sorry. It's of utmost importance. I understand. Just give us a moment. And like takes a second with the others and starts to like convince with the
Can anyone do
with her,
anything
like
to
senior officer essentially.
help the guards that are laying down on the ground, half dead? I can.
I am not wrong.
Medical knowledge.
I guess I can just stabilize them if
I can do lay on hands.
I have healing word, but
It's a bonus action.
You
and
can
not
like give
active.
1 point. You can distribute your points, so you can like give 1 point to each of them to make sure they're like stabilized and they're not bleeding out.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck. But
Because
it's
you
one
have a
plus
pool
one.
of points and you don't roll, you can simply give them.
And it's
So you can
reduced as
choose to give them like
So it's
1 point
Yeah.
each so that they're not dying. They're not bleeding out.
Yeah. I will do that. I will do lay on hands on the
Okay.
guards.
Like 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. Okay. So with your like combined effort,
Yeah, I'm just gonna go around and like sort of touch them with my foot. I'm really down.
spare the dying. Kick the dying.
It's the only good thing I've done today.
I will touch them with my hand because I don't want to scare them more.
Hit the trap.
Well, like Aloxidon is not a common sight, but it's not that uncommon that people don't know it exists. So they're like, okay,
I
yes,
know,
I know
but-
what you are.
Cosmo worried about this thing,
Okay, it's
so
fine, it's
we
fine.
just.
I will see that Ida is a little bit down and I will say, Miss Oneida, don't be so down. You were a fantastic guide throughout the night. We wouldn't have done it without you.
Thank you, but I feel like Damna hates me now, and I don't think he likes me anymore. It's just that, you know, look at them.
That was an ill-advised choice, but as my mother always told me, you can mess up once. If you do twice, well, you're fucked, but just once. Then we can look over it.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Look past it, I'm sorry.
I feel like you're my best friend right now, honestly.
That's
Yeah,
good.
we are best friends.
And you're my second best friend.
Vince.
That's really good.
Who's the first one?
It's actually.
Oh.
I talked about what the son of the family I'm looking for. Young Master Bernal, he's my best friend.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's second best friend. I'll take it. It's
He has very still.
I'm just gonna pick my favorite school.
Okay.
That's not a ranking, that's like chronological order.
Okay, sure.
Point.
Thank you.
Tier list of
Thank you. Wanna pet him?
No.
What do you think if we just like rest a bit while they're the guards? I mean, I think they how do we say that? Ce lo dicono.
They are.
They tell us at least this.
They move like you see that while you're talking. You see the captain and the lady that just arrived are like moving closer to the creature and pop it with the foot, trying to understand. Not understand, but try to like. You see they're having a bit of a conversation.
Yeah, can I move closer, like study the corpse? Because that was the whole point of Snow chasing him down. So can I like look at him, see if I recognize him from some books I've read, studies I've conducted?
Make a specific. Make a. It would be. I know it's weird, but this would be nature once again.
Nature, right, that's fine.
Can I go and pretend like I know what this beast is? Even though I have no clue what.
Sure.
General.
Everything is fine.
Sorry. I'm massive reaction. I was looking at the wolfie.
Oh, by the way, that was such a clutch play. We wouldn't have done it without advantage.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yes.
And that's a 15.
Okay, so with a 15, like you realize this creature has a very specific, very weird in some way, biology to it. Like what you see in the sense of the dislocation of the bones and how the form itself fits. It doesn't seem to be like you struggle to connect it to any form of like standard animal or creature that you have studied or seen. It's more something like it had mutated. This is the feeling you get. And the captain is, meantime, like speaking under his, not like he's hiding something, but just like very quietly with her, with his second, and they are like confabulating inside. If you move closer, I try to interject a conversation.
I would like to put myself over Snow as to try and look at this thing and if I can hear them talk.
Okay, so what you hear, what you catch essentially is that we are discussing like, this is concerning. I have, in my long years, I have seen something quite like this, even though not like this, and like kicks the forearm essentially that is just under his foot. Seems like he has some sort of like quotient, some sort of. He was able to understand. I think he even spoke at some point. This is completely weird. I was not expecting it. And like you see that the second is mostly like listening. She doesn't really have anything to add to this conversation, and just like stares at this creature with wide eyes, and sometimes like moves a little bit to like observe something. At a certain point, like she moves down and like opens their lips on this creature, and you see that these two pointed fangs that are really butt-like in appearance, and as the these two seems to be trying to come to terms with what happened, with such probably very sudden and unexpected.
So, do you have any idea of what this creature might be? Is it common in this area?
Well, definitely not.
I thought so. It seems to me that this creature might have undergone some kind of mutation. I don't know if it's magical, but it's biology, and like the way its body is shaped doesn't seem to be naturally occurring. I don't think this is a product of, does evolution exist in this universe?
Yes, of course. How would you say that?
What? How would I say that?
That is a mutation. It's a very specific thing to say.
Well, I mean...
Have you ever seen these creatures before?
No. What I see is that it indeed has some animal characteristics, but they're all misplaced, and either this is... I mean, the only possible solution is that it's mutated. The other solution is that somebody created this way, but I think that, Occam's razor, probably some kind of mutation.
This is Occam, and you talk about that. This is a very interesting take. Listen, this is a long story. Just know that I have seen these creatures before.
Yeah.
Many years ago. But they were nothing like this. Like, I've seen more bestial-like mutations, if you say so. That would actually check the bill. And I am very worried now. I thought they were done for. Destroyed. Sorry, go on.
Who's they? And how these creatures? And if you think this is worrying, wait till you hear what we have to say, which is maybe even more. Well, not.
Can we do that after we rest? It's been almost one day, we didn't sleep at all.
I know, but we have to at least tell him now. He has to go back as quickly as possible.
You told me.
Then we can rest even here.
Hear this recording.
You don't need to hear past the 6 minutes mark.
Yeah, they're only. Well, the I don't know if this is of relevance, but the daughter of Mrs. What the fuck is his name? Macbeth. And the head of this, they told us in.
They're trying to generate an heir. I think they want.
I don't know if they're generating an air or just having fun, but
I thought about it. I think their plan is to get rid of Governor Raymore and put their son or daughter in her place to increase the legitimacy of their claim to the
Persuasion check. On everyone else.
Okay.
Oh fuck. That's a 5.
Let you like finish speaking. It's like, let's see.
What? I didn't even think of that. But it's a valid theory. And I give. Oh, sorry.
As you click the rod, the sound once again starts emanating, and the conversation is played. And as the sound starts, he is
We can't stop it.
We can turn
he
it
like
off.
throws it on the ground. This is
Atrocious, right?
I was referring to something else. This is concerning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think, and like turns to the lady. I think we should march back immediately. Yeah, I think that's the only option, and see what fate will have
Yeah,
for us.
they might change plans because,
Why do you think so?
well, we infiltrated the meeting to hear about it, but I think they caught up to the fact that someone listened in, so they may do something. I don't know, but
Then we might even be too late. We
Oh,
should
shit.
move out now.
Well, yeah, I mean, or maybe they could have tried to hurry up, but that would also mean that they're far less prepared. So if you manage to get back in town, you might.
That is a possibility.
Yeah.
We will definitely. I'll think about it in the journey. If I believe it's not a problem if I take the rock.
oh, it is
It
well.
will help prove my case with the chambers.
Yeah, sure. With the Azure Chambers, yes.
Yes, the
We
chambers.
sent
You know them?
the one who
Who are you?
we are no one, but
Listen, we saved your lives.
no.
Just wondering, like, who are you with this information?
We're
Coming to me like this.
nobodies for now, but well, we're a group
I'm
of
Snow
people.
Loyal. I'm married to the Salvador family. And
Know them name.
Milorad sent us.
Milorad.
True.
Do you
I
know him?
No,
Yeah.
there it
Yeah,
is.
he might have said that.
Cross path with the scoundrel a couple times. Not the most trustworthy person, but knows his trade pretty well. We've even worked together once. It was awful. But if he sent you, I understand a little bit your motives. And I will not pry further.
But we might pry about our motives. That's,
Yeah.
What do you mean?
well,
Yeah, I mean, I am looking for my parents. I've been away for the summer and I came back to Saint Landing and my house was, like my parents weren't there, my house was guarded by 2 guards and there was a sign on the fence saying that Governor Raymore had
Evicted them?
evicted them and they are nowhere to be found. We tried to get an appointment at the ministry,
glass.
the Glass Palace, and
That is not an uncommon occurrence, unfortunately. I'm sorry for your parents, but
thank you.
how do I come in this situation?
well,
Well,
they told us you had.
You might
Them?
have some information about them.
Who are these people? First of all, do they have a name?
my parents?
Aaron and Raymond Longshaw.
Oh, with luxuries.
Yeah.
Do you know them?
Yes, I actually know them. I
How don't you know me? Didn't you look out in the shed?
You are. You're the son of Longshorts.
Yes.
I've known of a son, just met him personally. So
He lives in the shed usually.
he lives in the shadow. That explains probably.
Just chill. Like, it's voluntary. I want to be in the shed. I definitely want to be in the shed.
Well, you have your privacy there, so I don't question it. Yes, the Longshorts are one of the unfortunate people that got abducted as of late. And when I discovered that they were going to be taken by surprise, essentially, I commanded that I be the one to move, since, you know, I have a bit of a debt with them. They helped me out, and
Kind of that? If
Yes.
you may tell me.
make a persuasion check. Just because you are actually the Marshall family, otherwise you wouldn't care.
9.
Nice.
Nine.
That is personal business, I'm sorry. Nothing to hide, just not something to share.
I mean, like, personal business with my family.
Yes,
I'm
it is nothing that
personal.
was very in the past. And
Okay.
it worked.
That's fine. Thank you for your
They
time.
were
Anyway,
swingers.
Do you know?
anyway, I asked, once again, I went there and with my guards, and we simply reported that the Longshorts had already left the city and were nowhere to be found. But I actually advised them to take the closest route out of the city immediately.
Oh.
And I gathered that they moved to some relative they had close to the library of Thaler and at the foot of the mountain, so you could possibly check there.
I didn't think about this earlier, but I just decided that Snow has a tail, and she's like wiggling it like really enthusiastically.
Is it above the dress?
It's
Is it
usually she usually keeps it under the dress, but now that she's really excited, it just
It's not
It's popping up and down the dress itself.
you can see like the tip coming out of the long
I
gown.
mean, why wouldn't they tell me where they are?
Do you know these relatives?
I mean, I wasn't allowed to meet most of our family.
Oh.
It's fine. Like, maybe, do you know if it's like an aunt and
You
uncle?
specifically not. Like you wouldn't know of anybody that lives this close. So you have known of relatives, but usually from far away. Not really like somebody that lives
Somebody close.
essentially next door, but like a couple of days of
Okay.
March so much. So don't really remember anything about this. Relatives, general relatives.
Thank you. There you go.
Thanks.
All right.
So, what?
We should the rest of
I
Yeah, and
need to decide what to do with this creature first. I'm not sure it's wise to just leave it here. After all, he killed 7 of my men. And you see, like, right now they are in the surrounding area. You can, like, count about 50 guards. It's just such a sizable force to be sent out. And so he's like, I believe we should carry this back for study. It's also somebody in the town may be interested to whatever we can gather of this. But I should probably send some messages first. Anyway, I thank you very much for your assistance. It was really something that came at the correct moment. And yes,
Can I ask a favor of you?
if it's something that I can do, yes.
It's something very little. When you get back into the city, can you go to like one of the main squares and find an old guy who sells maps and give him 7 gold pieces and
I gave
5?
you
No,
one.
no, I gave you
Okay.
2.5. 2.5.
Can you give me 2.5 gold pieces and say, we're so sorry. Here, your gold.
An oddly request. Okay.
You
I
just,
can instruct one of the men to do this.
Thanks.
Thanks.
thank you.
I will not pry further.
Please don't.
I won't. So, thank you once again for your assistance.
Okay, so
Very-
Thank you for the information.
yeah. I'm sorry.
At least I could do.
Thank you so much.
At least I could do.
We hope we're not late. We hope we're not late.
I hope so, certainly. 10 minutes will be off. And when hard and strong, we can march a lot.
Did you make camp here?
We made camp just down the road, actually. It's much safer.
Okay, maybe we could.
We could camp there. Yeah.
We're exhausted, you know.
Oh.
We traveled
You
most
can
of the
camp
night to come here. And
We probably can find still burning fires.
thanks.
Well, have a nice journey, whatever you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And turns back and, like the lady, thank you. You really helped us out. I'm sorry. I was not there to help, but I thank you.
That is just like 10 minutes asleep.
Major, don't worry. I'm not mad at you. I'm just hurt a bit.
I can give you if you wish, and like calls one of the guards as like hiding, and this guard like runs up, and he has like this white satchel on one side of one shoulder, and he's like give the what are you?
Friends.
Are we still friends?
Give the
You some of them.
some of the healing salve. I think they deserved it, and he like fishes out of the pouch like a round dish. Sorry.
The blue jar.
Blue jar.
It is actually green,
A
fortunately, but
secret.
it is a jar which very much resembles. Yes, he gives this like it's a pot mostly with a cork on it, and it's like this is for your bruises if you need it. It's like apply it on, and it will quickly it will quicken the recovery essentially of your
Thanks.
wounds.
Thank you very much.
Well,
Safe trip, I guess.
and he like bows slightly, and the lady
Then
like,
she like bows.
it's okay, it's not necessary, it's fine. We are going. Bye bye. And like turns back and quickly catches up the captain.
Okay, so let's go camp.
Yeah,
We go to camp and we sleep.
Yeah.
That's not sleep.
Okay. So as you descend the foot of the hill, enter again the thick of the wood, and then exit, and what looks to be actually you're out almost of the woods, and you see just sparse trees over here and there, but you can also see like far in the distance the shoreline, and in this position you find what had been the camp of this guard detachment essentially. You see this couple tents, and there are still a couple guards that are like closing up the tents and wrapping them and creating bundles and preparing to move out to the carriage where they're putting all the stuff on. And
I'll just go straight ahead. The first one I see. Okay, I'll take this one.
we are actually taking.
I don't care. We met your boss. Bye.
You really can't. I'm sorry. I have to.
I will pull out my explorer's pack, and I will. I should have a tent in it. If I not for a bedroll at least, I will give him whatever I have.
Like it is. First of all, it's day, and second, it is summer, so you don't really have like need for cover or something. You can just sleep whatever.
No, yeah, I was trying to give. She got in a tent,
Okay,
right?
so
I
like
was trying to give
change
it.
tents.
Yeah.
These are like military tents for like 10 people. So it's
Oh,
something
fun,
you would
right,
have.
yeah.
Like these
No,
are
I don't have
tents, like
I don't have.
Okay.
actual
Okay.
stuff for camping. So
Take your tent. I'll just go to the first 3 ST and I'll sleep.
that's absolutely fine. So as you all reach this point of final safety, and you have like delivered the stone to the correct person, you have received the information you required. You are now level 3, and you can do all your level 3
And I
stuff.
put a cover. Or Daphne.
Oh, this one. Level 3 color.
Level 3 color.
We will end here tonight's session, so thank you very much, everyone. And,
Level 2 spells.
and take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.